It's like a music track right on top of it. Maybe that would help. Yeah. Well, good morning, everybody. Uh, nice to be here and continue to talk through these Wednesdays on care and compassion. So it's been good to do this really nice broad overview. Today's kind of the last day to cover some aspect of that, and today we're talking about kind of the environment you find yourself in, whether that's in your house or around other people or even outdoors, as trying to cover all those aspects. So some reminders of Monday's email, kind of three key points. Just recognizing that if you can create a lot of contacts with people around you, it's going to have a significant impact on your ability for care and compassion, not only to enjoy it with other people, but they'll be able to reinvest in you, gain some ideas. It might make that big difference when you run into a situation where you just need a little bit of extra energy. The second one is a favorite recommendation of mine from the counseling office in terms of just challenging people to have a place very, very accessible, hopefully in their own home, where they can create a spot for respite and a chance to be able to escape someplace. It just is an ability to remove distractions, to kind of center your thinking, to be able to escape from some of the stressors that are outside. And then by extension, certainly if there's a place to do that, the third one is there a regular spot outdoors where you like to go? Whether it's on your own property or property you have access to, or just a place that's part of your regular routine that you can access as frequently as possible, that does allow you to feel like you have prioritized yourself and you've been able to step away from the things that bring down your stress level or cause challenges. Wanted this to be a priority, so as kind of some homework assignments were to make sure you have a place to be able to do that in your own home. That was one. Do you have a chair? Do you have a corner? Do you have a room? Whatever it can be. Sometimes I'm talking to people who just are owning a small apartment kind of thing. And it's like, well, if you put a chair facing out the window, if you have a nice view, that helps. Those kind of aspects. If you have a home and you definitely can access a certain room or a place to be, I've had people redo parts of their basements where they can make it not distracting. I don't like technology to be a part of that because then you have a chance to be less distracted as you want to be able to reset your day. So that was one homework assignment. The other one was, can you just be very, very intentional this week to connect with as many people as possible or be outdoors as much as possible? Because if you can prioritize it right away, then you have a chance to set up a good pattern as you go further into what's coming next month in May and some nicer weather. You have a nice rhythm that's going to be able to help you prioritize that self-care and compassion. So that's the review of Monday. Looking at, as we've been focused on key dates this week, yesterday, 22nd was Earth Day. I know lots of people were posting some things about that or highlighting it, but here are some additional facts. Certainly, it's the idea that we appreciate this earth around us, but here are some interesting actual facts about the earth that we enjoy. So you can use these to show people what you appreciate about the earth. Number one, technically the earth is squashed. It's not a perfect sphere. If I say this correctly, actually it's a geoid, which means it bulges at the equator. So all those earth things in our classrooms for kids that are perfectly round are wrong. Okay? People at the equator weigh less than at either pole. So we all need to move to the equator, lose a few pounds just by being there. Okay? That's good simply out of gravity. The effect of gravity on the poles is a little bit greater percentage-wise than at the middle of the earth and the equator. The world's largest earthquake was a magnitude 9.5 in Bio, Chile on May 22nd, 1960. 9.5. Temperatures. The hottest spot ever recorded in the world was at El Aziza, Libya, at 136 degrees Fahrenheit in September of 1922. Libya. And opposite, the coldest spot recorded was in Vostok Station, Russia, at negative 128.6 degrees on July 21st, 1983. Yeah, yeah. Uh, let's see. Mauna Kea in Hawaii is actually the tallest mountain in the world if you count below sea level. It's actually 56,000 feet high from the very base of it all the way up. Yet we're all aware of, next fact, Mount Everest is the highest above sea level at 29,000 feet high. So that one mountain, if you count from the very beginning underwater, is twice as tall as Everest. And then finally, maybe you know this already, but coral reefs are the largest living structures on Earth, including the Great Barrier Reef that's visible from space. So we all appreciate National Geographic, right, when they show us really cool things about the Earth. And those are some interesting facts that came up that just are impressive. So thinking more about the environment specifically for us, question one, do you have a place of respite within your home or other kind of family property you have access to? When I talk about a place to go to reset, a place to feel like you can escape, it doesn't have distractions, what comes to mind for that spot? Because I hope you all have one. If not, do your homework. Make sure you have one. There you go. What about in winter?
Couch next to the window next to the bed. Where the sunny spot comes in the winter.
That's exactly it. Kick the dogs out of that sunny spot and take it over yourself. Uh-huh. Other spots? A chair, a place, the porch, outdoors. Particular spot. Any others?
My husband will go to the basement and work in his electrical room. He does like board level repair and stuff. He can spend hours without knowing time has passed.
Good. Again, give it some thought. Make sure you have an opportunity for one, even if you have multiple ones. Um, these are places where, when I ask this question in the counseling office, people are like, "Oh yeah, it's the cabin," and they get a chance to go there, um, or it's a particular spot, like the benches on river walkways and ponds tend to be cited a lot when I ask that question, right? So those are good to be able to have. And that's where I mentioned about family property, because you really want to be focused and doing things and not in a public place. But sometimes that's what people have. And you can try and blend in and not be distracted. But have a place, because that's a part about resetting and stepping away from things that definitely allow it to happen. And yes, chairs in sunny spots seem to win that discussion whenever I ask the most. So that's good. The follow up question here is what is or has been the most satisfying activity that you have ever participated in outdoors in nature? Can you think of an activity, a trip, a destination that was really off the charts for you and a great way to experience the outdoors?
I really like collecting surf when we do it in the spring with our cousins.
Okay,
A way to enjoy winter and get out and move.
sure. A great one. A place you guys have been, maybe, that was memorable as you appreciate nature?
In the ocean, George Beach.
Mm, good. Others? Yeah. Simple. Simply said. Africa's cool. Yeah. To answer my own question, I think I had the opportunity a couple times when I was in high school to do a backpacking trip out to the national parks out west. So Glacier and Grand Teton National Parks. So it was a lot of fun to be out there, right? Really good to be sitting out at however many thousands of feet up with three good friends and a youth pastor, and just hanging out and doing that was a real highlight. So hopefully all of you have had a chance to visit those, or will have a chance to visit those, and do some hiking up there. But overnight, it's pretty fun to do that, and you appreciate the bigness of the world when you are up in the mountains backpacking. So, some final comments here about this week and even wrapping up this theme of self care and compassion. I mentioned about people and being connected with them. The reason why I think it's so important is because when we're weak with that self compassion, other people make up the difference. The reality is, some people are really bad about showing themselves self care and compassion. But the people around us, the people that care about you the most, probably see that value and don't have any obstacles to be able to say or do things for you that make up for it. So when you're weak or tired or stressed or you forget to do things, when you're doing those homework assignments of having people be around to help you and connect with you, then they're like, hey, let's continue to get together. Let's have that lunch. Let's do something else. It makes up the difference. Second, reason why I think those spots in your house or outdoors are important is because decompressing aids our mental and physical wellness. And when we do it regularly, it is a chance to kind of shed things so it doesn't accumulate. People don't have a breakdown mentally, emotionally, physically when they're doing regular things to shift away stress and to stay connected with others. So it really is a significant preventative aspect to have those opportunities with decompressing outdoors, decompressing with people, having an opportunity to do that very, very regularly. And then finally, one of these aspects that certainly going outside and doing things helps. When people feel overwhelmed, I like to say that when the world seems too big, make it small. When it seems too small, make it bigger. And that's where going outdoors or taking advantage of things, as we know around us here in Stevens Point, you have plenty of opportunity to get outside, find some open spot, drive 10 minutes out of town, or find a place on the green circle, because it's just an opportunity to breathe and exhale a little bit. When you're in an open space, you're not around distraction or other people, it allows you to be able to engage your senses a little bit more, or better yet, kind of calm down certain senses, right? People feel overwhelmed, too much noise. What do? They go find a quiet place. If they've been staring at something too much and it's been overwhelming, fatiguing, then they go find something else just to be able to stare at. So whatever it is, kind of this opportunity to do the opposite of what's going on. Too noisy, go to quiet. Sometimes people say it's too quiet. I need some other kind of background noise and be able to do things. Um, that dynamic to be flexible is going to be able to help you make sure you can find the times and the places to have that self-care and compassion go up. So a good month to really cover this, a lot of different directions. We have one left next Wednesday. We'll have a chance to spend the week talking about a bridge into Mental Health Awareness Month, and we'll review some steps, just something I'm certainly passionate about how do we help others or ourselves access counseling or help. There's lots of different levels of help, whether it's simply a good friend, a listening ear, a mentor, but also talking about the specifics so people are aware of how do you get help in the community. Um, so we'll cover that next week. But nice to see everybody. Have a good workout today and a good rest of your Wednesday. Thank you.